Hello children, welcome back again to our language class. I hope you still remember our previous lesson about nouns, because today's lesson is still about nouns. It has something related to nouns. So before we move on to our next lesson, first let us have our objectives. In today's class, we hope to achieve the following objectives. First, identify common and proper nouns in simple sentences. To write common and proper nouns with correct capitalization. And lastly, give proper nouns for common nouns and use the given words in a sentence. Now take a look at the following pictures. What do you think these people do in life? This one is a singer. How about this one? He is a priest. Obviously, this is a teacher. And the last one is a doctor. Now, these people are examples of what we call as community helpers. Community helpers are people who work to help others in the community. Each person plays an important role. Like for a doctor, he helps people who are sick. Singer entertains us. Priest guides us closer or helps us become closer to Jesus. And of course, our teacher will help you learn more in school. No matter how big or small their job is, what they do contributes or helps a lot of people, including us. Just like for a singer who is Taylor Swift. She helps by entertaining people through her songs, or Father Orlin Ordonia, our priest and our school director as well, who guides us spiritually, and Miss Juvie, who teaches you to know more about Jesus, and Dr. Al Patawi, our school physician, who helps sick people. So all of them are community helpers. Let us now read some of the nouns we used in the previous slide. Priest, singer, teacher, and doctor. And like we've said, these are examples of community helpers. And children, please do remember that as community helpers, with the work that they do in our community, in helping people, they deserve our respect. So whenever you see someone, so when you see a community helper, be it a janitor or a street sweeper, please don't forget to show them respect. Now, in this group of words, these nouns are what we call as common nouns. Common nouns are general names of persons, places, things, animals, and events. On the other hand, nouns in the right side are examples of proper nouns. They are specific names of persons, places, things, animals, and events. So in the next slides, we're going to go over one by one, or we are going to go over each type of noun. Let us now have common nouns. So what do we mean by common nouns? A common noun names any person, place, thing, or idea. That's why we say it's a general name. Common nouns are not capitalized unless they come at the beginning of a sentence. So what does that mean? It means that whenever we write a common noun, we always start with a small letter. Unless that common noun is the beginning of the sentence, you should be capitalizing the first letter of that word. Examples, we have here teacher, baseball, and city, but we also have other examples of common nouns. Again, common nouns are general names, and it begins with a small letter. This time, let's talk about proper nouns. A proper noun is a special name. It names a particular person, place, or thing. Or we simply say it's a specific name of persons, place, thing, or even animals. Example, Roy, Edentown, Sunset Palace. Now, these are examples of specific names of persons, places, and among others. A proper noun can be made up of more than one word, just like Sunset Palace. And a proper noun always begins with a capital letter. Let's take a look at other examples of proper nouns. So always remember, a proper noun is an exact name and it begins with a capital letter. So remember, common nouns are generic names of people, places, things, or ideas, and they always begins with a small letter. Proper nouns, on the other hand, are specific names of people, places, things, or ideas, and they must begin with a capital letter always. So let's have some examples of common nouns and proper nouns. Let's say the common noun is city. A proper noun for it would be New York City. For a girl, it would be Kate. Or for a teacher, it would be Miss Smith. Or if the common noun is store, a proper noun for it would be Walmart. For a restaurant, you have McDonald's. For a drink, you have Coke or Coca-Cola. For country, you have Mexico. Now that we have learned what common nouns and proper nouns are, it's time for us to practice. For our first activity, you're going to identify if the underlined noun is a common noun or a proper noun. So if you're ready, let's go. For our first sentence, Mother is baking cookies in the kitchen. The underlined word is mother. So what kind of noun is mother? Is it a common noun or a proper noun? Yes, it's a common noun. Next sentence. My friend Louisa got sick yesterday. The underlined word is Louisa. Louisa is a proper noun. Now, going back to number 1, as you can see, the word mother is a common noun, but it begins with a big letter. It started with a big letter since it is the first word in the sentence. So remember, common nouns can be capitalized as well if it is the beginning word or beginning word in the sentence. And let's go now to number 3. We're going to the park tomorrow. The underlined word is park. Correct, it's a common noun. Have you seen my dog? Again, it's a common noun. Dr. Mark will be coming shortly. The underlined word is Dr. Mark, which is obviously a proper noun. Good job, children. Now let's move on to the next activity. For our next activity, put a check if the underlined noun is written correctly, or give the correct word if it is written wrongly. First sentence, the teacher talked to Joanne about her project. Do you think the word Joanne is written correctly? Wrong. So this one, Joanne here is a proper noun. And how should we write it? It should begin with a capital letter, since Joanne is a specific name of a person. Next sentence, Father Orlean visited our class this morning. Is the name of Father Orlean written correctly? Yes, very good. Put a check there. I love eating at McDonald's. The underlined word is McDonald's. Is it written correctly? Wrong, because McDonald's is a proper noun. It's a specific name of a restaurant or food chain. How about this one? The baby looks so adorable. The word baby is a common noun and it is written correctly, begins with a small letter. And the last one, they will go to market market after the mass. Market market is a name of a mall. So it's a proper name of a mall. So it's written correctly as well because it begins with a big letter. Very good. And for our last activity, give a proper name for each common name. I have here city, school, park, restaurant, and principal. You can have other answers for as long as it is a name, a proper name for the common names that I have provided here. For example, for city, you can have Makati City or Manila City. For school, of course, Pateros Catholic School. For park, you can have Luneta Park. Have you been to Luneta Park? For restaurants, you have Jollibee or Manhan, my favorite restaurant. And for principal, our school principal, Mrs. Melissa Rumbawa. And you may do this activity in your notebook. Write as many proper nouns you can have for the common names that are given in this activity. So very good, children. Good job. There you have it, children. That's it for today's class. I hope you enjoyed our lesson for today. Thank you for your cooperation and participation as well. Hope to see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.